I get myself into,
I felt the same way.
And Shuli Egard is the guy known first and foremost before anybody, because I used to, write him in the Stern Show and go back and forth with him there, and so he was kind of my in, and people were calling Shuli up to, how dare you let this guy into the Dabbleverse? What are you crazy? And then I met the great Kevin Brennan. I trolled the shit out of him with emails that I couldn't spell properly. He couldn't understand anything I was saying. Was talking about me every day in such the worst way. And finally, he saw Jake and I do a show, and he said, well, at least the guy could speak and talk, knows how to talk. I think I'm going to have him on. And then all of a sudden, I died. Shuli was reading over this stuff and figured out that it was not me that died. And then Brennan sent me the very first time a link, and he went on and says, what kind of luck is this guy? He's going to finally get a chance to start him by being, and he dies. So I pop up in the chat and pop up in the back office 5 minutes later because he had sent me a link before he found out that, and Bob and them were like, oh, we thought you died. And then I really thought I was going to be second mic or third mic on MLC with Bob. And I pushed for that. And then Bob left. And then all of a sudden one day I turn on the YouTube and there's Brennan trashing me. And I never said a bad word to him. And that was it. That became an enemy in a war.
I think it's fair to say that Kevin Brennan's lost his joy. I think that's very fair to say.
And then, wait, Kevin Brennan had joy?
He had joy back then. Puppet, what a God.
No.
That was her name.
He had, it's just, there's a little bit of joy. You could see it in his little blue eyes. And then all of a sudden one day it was gone.
But know what amazes me?
Now he's got black eyes, like a doll's eyes.
But what amazes me is I get to this day, I get so many DMs. And of course, I've been doxxed. I get so many texts of people sending me secret information of someone that has been mean to me. And some of it panned out to be pretty good. Some of it's been just bull BS. But I've got a lot of people that have sent me a lot of good information on people that have been really hurtful to me, that if I wanted to use it, they said, if you ever want to use this, don't ever tell me who sent it. But if you get too deep in, you got this on them. And I just felt so grateful. And then the turn happened for me. The turn happened for a lot of us, and then I just started showing people that I am a human being and I'm a good guy. And you know what? I'm very upset, and I will say this. And like I said, I'm a DJ. I got on Howard Stern show one time, and it was a great 5 minutes that I spent with him and Robin. And I thought I hit a home run on that ballpark until I got in a big fight with Ronnie Munn. We'll talk about that later. And I was pretty much exiled from ever being on that show again. Ronnie Munn did me in. He even called the police on me. The New York detectives called me. And I called them back live on my show. And I told the New York, so you're telling me only Howard Stern and his people can joke on people? You're live on the Joey C show, detective. Tell me why I can't make prank calls, but Howard Stern can't. He clicked the phone and I never heard from the police department again. That's how I handle that situation.
I was like, fuck that. I'm not going to go nowhere near
Ronnie
that.
never told me you were a radio show. You tell my fans why I can't prank Howard Stern and why I can't prank Ronnie Munn, but they can do it to other people. And he didn't have an answer. He hung up on me.
That's funny.
I threw back their shit that they preached back to use it for me. And it worked because it's true. Ronnie Munn used to love when I prank called him on Sunday morning. He don't know how. I had every one of their phone numbers. Everybody asked me, how did you do it? I can't indulge it. I call Ronnie Munn at 4 o'clock in the morning when he was just picking up Howard. And I go, and I do his laugh. And I hang up the phone on him.
Ronnie just take his handgun out and put it on the fucking dashboard or the seat or whatever car he's driving.
He would go and he'd go, Catalano, I'm going to get you. He'd go, Catalano, it's coming, buddy. Because the turn for him is Stephanie answered the phone one night at home at 7:30 and cussed me out.
There you go.
Like a sailor. And she got very perturbed with me and must have said something to Ronnie, and that's when he made the turn on me. So he's on Twitter with him. And I go, well, we don't have to fight here. Let's talk about it. I'll send you my number. I sent his number and his cell phone, and I sent his mother's cell phone and his son's. And he goes, that's not cool, dude. Block. And that's when he went down to the Stern station and said, this guy ever calls in, keep him on, put him in the queue, jerk him around. They jerked me around for another year and a half, and I never went back on. So I blew that. I guess I blew. Hi, Kirkland Red 100. But so yeah, those guys will be coming on soon.